10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. OG's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. OG's turn to pick. Radiant team pick.
League's assassin.
Radiant team pick. OG's turn to pick.
Earth Shaker.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Necrophos.
OG's turn to ban. Radiant team ban.
Well, like you said, it's definitely looking to be a different draft. I'm really happy that Kinguin have a way to stop potential split pushers in the Earthshaker this time around. You know, you gotta at least have one hero who can do that. And OG, like you said, a different opening, but because it is OG, I am almost certain that there's always going to be at least one hero who can do the split pushing. Always at least one.
Just kind of the way that they play. They don't want to, you know, put themselves in a position where if one hero gets picked off, suddenly the game is over. And so they try and do this type of, you know, pushing out lanes without having to risk too much. And it works out well for them. Last game, the other thing that we saw was a very early, like, death ball-ish strat from Kinguin that revolved around the Lone Druid, and it felt like they almost hit their timing, but OG knew the exact limits that they could push themselves, and, you know, No Tail ended up switching up his build where he went from, like, the Voidstone early to eventually build into, did he end up building into a Lincoln Sphere? Or it was a sheep, eventually?
I think it was a sheep. Yeah, it was a sheep. It was like Shadowblade, Mjolnir, Sheep, BKB, and then I forgot what. Oh, and Butterfly. Yeah.
Yeah. So like he ended up going back for the Maelstrom after the Voidstone because he realized that they needed this extra little bit of damage and wave pushing out of his hero, and you know they took care of it. But is there anything that you would be worried about? Because it did look like it got close there for a little while from OG. Did Team Kinguin do anything really effectively in your mind?
I think their overall strategy was definitely very solid. They were just missing like that little push they needed to just end the game. And I think everything was fine except for their preparation for the Bat Rider. I think like they really needed to show respect to that S4 Bat Rider. And I think you mentioned it earlier, that bottom push where they had the Venomancer get caught out. That was like the turning point. It's like a little unfortunate that they kind of like learned their lesson after that happened, because the Rubik from K-Core was like always on point on turning around the lasso, right? He blinks in, he lassos, and then the Rubik's always there to stop him. But
Yeah.
I think at that point it was already too late because of the amount of time that OG were able to buy with that one successful defense with the Batrider.
Right. And that's something that you just need to be aware of if you're running that death ball strategy. If you're not prepared for a Batrider to jump in, you're going to have a bad time. And now Magnus got himself coming out for Team Kinguin. I wonder if they're looking towards heroes that can scale better into the late game. This is sometimes what we would see is like Magnus together with a melee core. Do you imagine that that's going to be the route that Team Kinguin go this time?
Yeah, I think that's definitely the case. I wouldn't be surprised if they went for a Void as well after this Magnus pick. I think like the idea here is because of the way that OG plays, they most likely will just keep picking up these. Oh, they're gonna go with Troll.
Okay.
They're picking up these heroes that can scale better into the late game, but can also pick off these split pushers so that they can actually punish OG for playing the way that they did last game.
Right. Yeah, that definitely feels the route that they want to take. Ancient Apparition is going to be taken away from him this time, though, since Alicia is going to be playing on the Lich, and that's something else to sort of be a little bit concerned with. If Team Kinguin play anything like they did last time, Ancient Apparition is amazing at being able to find those pickoffs, and you know, if particularly against a lineup that's just trying to ram their heads against your front door. Batrider also taken, so S4 going to get an opportunity to play on that one again, and so far it feels like it's probably going to be a very different game to last time. They're going to ban out the Arc Ward. They don't want to deal with that again.
I actually think that it would have been a better idea to keep the Arc Warden, because now OG, we might end up seeing a Alchemist, I think. And then, and then it's still a troublesome game.
Yeah.
My guess right now is that Alchemist is top priority.
5 seconds remaining.
Other than that, there is a potential for. I don't know if Naga is gonna be a thing, but there's also potential for Naga, and then maybe Terrorblade.
All right. Well, we'll have to wait, see what it is that OG want to take. Their last ban now, it's probably going to be onto either a mid or safe lane here, I would imagine. I think that Magnus is playing off lane at least. Juggernaut ban, given that sustained with the healing ward.
Yeah, Juggernaut, not too bad of a ban. I think they kind of expect the Troll Warlord to potentially go mid lane, and then you have the classic Magnus Jug set up.
10 seconds
especially with
remaining.
all the follow-up with the RP, it's going to be pretty deadly.
5 seconds Radiant team pick.
Right,
Terribly.
It's like, you know, I don't exactly feel proud about predicting a Terrorblade. It's like, you know, there was like what I listed 3 heroes, and honestly, knowing OG, they're definitely going to be picking from those 3.
Yeah,
it's always going to be an illusion hero or a split pusher.
Yeah, well, it's the play style, you know, that's what they want to do. And I think that, you know, a lot of times there's a good amount of salt from both sides of whether it's fans or haters whenever you have OG playing a game, just because they're a very winning organization, and naturally you're going to have a feeling strongly about them if either A, you're a fan of them, or B, your team got beaten by them at some point. But I hope that, you know, everybody out there will just be able to sit back, enjoy some good quality Dota 2, because that's what we're all here for, folks. Good quality Dota 2. It's Team Kinguin versus OG. Game number 2, and well, the Monkey King in the mid lane, the revelation that we've seen, the sensation that's sweeping the nations. You like it?
What? I'm not too sure how well it's going to work out, but it is very strong if the supports work out. Like if you get blocked off by a fissure, right? Like Monkey King is just going to demolish you because there's really not much you can do about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, another reason why I wasn't too big of a fan of the Terrorblade pick is because I personally like the Alchemist a bit more this game. I think Terrorblade is a little scary to play up against the amount of AoE that the Kinguin side have. So you have the Lich, you have the Earthshaker, and then I think that Magnus Empower is a very scary thing. So, I mean, these illusions are not going to be lasting very long, and Terrorblade, if you get controlled up.
Prepare for battle.
He's gonna die pretty damn quickly.
The Monkey King's
Control Warlord
gratitude is worth more than
as
gold.
well as the Monkey King.
Yeah. Oh, Jerax gets down an early award. I think that's the same place that they placed it before. Maybe not, as Alicia is going to head this way as well. They run into a random Nyx assassin. Jerax, did they have eyes on him? Do they realize, uh-oh, exotic deer walking in the trees? Do they see him? Oh, they're right there. Get in there. Fight. Oh, hey, there they are.
That's
Hello.
awkward.
He's going to run into him. Impale is coming out, and Alicia just going to get punched in the back of the dome a few times as they head off and away. All of OG here. Kinguin going to need to back.
30
K-Core.
seconds to battle.
He thought about the fissure.
Do you remember seeing a game in the TI7 qualifiers where someone was trapped in that exact location but didn't have a tango?
I actually casted one of them. It wasn't in the qualifiers. It was a South American game. It was Brazil. I don't remember who it was, but it was a juggernaut that was punching him, and it was a
Razor was that?
yeah, the Razor. Yeah, the Razor against the it was great.
That was actually one of the funniest things.
Yeah. Anyways, well, we're heading off to the races now. It's going to be the Ancient Apparition heading mid with the Necrophos. No tail, playing mid for now. I wonder if this is something that they're going to keep with. If it's going to be no tail mid pretty consistently, or if it just sort of more depends on the heroes that they're playing.
I feel like it's more dependent on the heroes. Oh, look at this Monkey King.
Yeah, man. He was being a courier there for a moment. Jerax runs into K-Core. They're going to have to sort of battle it out there as the Chilling Touch going to get some harassment out on Denisha. Earthshaker will sit there mid, but top lane, how do you feel about the matchup of Resolution versus Patos?
Hold that thought. I'm watching Patos taunt really quickly.
Juke? Jive?
Oh, he's just juking him.
Yeah. Able to get away.
I think it's a pretty even matchup. Resolution with the level 1 metamorphosis. I mean, obviously you can't really do much against it as the Magnus. But once it runs out, I think Magnus actually does pretty well against it. But it really depends on how you skill your build and how you itemize.
Ooh. S4, he doesn't have level 2, and they are body blocking him all over the damn place. Good stun there from Jerax, but with these boots, he might be able to run him down. They also have boots on S4, slowed for the moment. Do they get the kill? He's almost down, and yeah, they're trying to save the mana. So K-Core is able to save and hang on to those clarities as they get first blood on the Earthshaker.
Very nicely done. Patos gonna taunt his way out of the cold feet. Oh, no tail. He gets fissured. Oh, balance strike. He's dead.
Well played. Able to get that quick and easy.
Yeah, very nicely done. I think this is why the mid lane Monkey King is actually pretty good. It just takes like one mistake from the other person, and then if you manage to get the Jingu going, it's actually just like so hard to come back from the lane, I feel.
Yes.
It's trying to do a little bit of production stuff while simultaneously doing camera work, and accidentally put fantasy points on. I don't think people care that much about fantasy points right now. As Kinguin.
Since it's 0 points, and
yeah. Oh, S4. Ah, they're just going to be able to keep themselves alive. I thought the Fissure might be able to do something, but no such luck. Well, top lane, as you talked about, Terrorblade 15-6 versus the 8-0 on the Magnus. Mid lane, Monkey King getting the better of No Tail with that kill and getting like basically a whole extra wave to himself. And then down bottom, Batrider's been able to kind of bully Exotic Deer out of lane with a little bit of help from the Nyx.
Yeah, despite the fact that S4 went down, I think that this lane is actually doing pretty well right now. I mean, oh, Jerax might have overstepped his boundaries. Does have the...
Oh my god.
Ooh, very nice stuff.
What? Alright, well, they don't have another Fissure, and they're going to have to actually just back off. Alright, Jerax is apparently pretty good at Dota. I don't know if you've heard.
Yeah, he's pretty good, for sure. what looked like a death for sure and manages to triple stun them and make it out. And I'm actually surprised. It's like level 1 Impale doesn't last that long, but I mean, he's still able to make it out.
Yeah, and I mean, it is going to help a little bit that Jarex had to leave the lane. That gives a little bit of an easier time to the rest of laning partners. K-Core able to take away the rune, and Jarex is actually stuck in here. He's going to come punch him a few times. Oh, Spike Carapace, the turnaround. He's another Impale. Jarex might be able to get out of this. He's a running. He's also got stick charges.
Oh, the jukes.
The okey doke. Has he oked enough of the doke? Yeah, he has. He's gone. He might even think about going in for this kill. K-Core is going to get found, and Impale comes out. You shouldn't have messed with me, buddy. That's what you get. Now they're looking for more. Alicia. Oh, they're not going to do it. Too scary.
Haste.
I wonder if that's like even that bad though. I mean, Notel is kind of behind. It's actually pretty bad in this mid lane right now. I didn't even realize how bad it is. Notel is a little over halfway at level 4, but Nisha's already 6.
Yeah. I think that's where you don't fully encapsulate like the denies on the range creeps and how bad that ends up being. They go Shroud. Gonna keep Notel still healthy here. Nisha not able to count to 4 quite yet, but we'll still pound him in the head every now and then. Oh, Fissure bottom, S4. He's brought down fairly low, but with that Firefly, they do force the rest of Kinguin back, and Pale is going to connect again onto this Earthshaker. And now at the 5-minute mark, we're going to see a Shrine, and, well, OG prepared to put the hurtin' on this bottom lane again.
Now OG leading by a little bit in this laning phase. Looks like Patos did go for the max shockwave build.
S4 doesn't have Firefly. He's dead.
He's dead. Wait, one more second.
Ah. Alicia. Yeah, they got him. Well done. Mid lane, they might be trying to set up now onto Nisha. They do have Jarex here. Can they get him? There's going to be the turnaround, though. Boundless Strike no longer there. He does have some lifesteal. It's not enough. He ends up going down. Monkey King punished for his greed in the mid lane.
That's going to help Notel a lot, so he's able to get his level 6 now. About a level behind the Monkey King, but I think all things considered, he's kind of evened it out.
So last game, it felt like there came this point where Kinguin basically just couldn't do anything again. You had this Arc Warden that was this indomitable force that kept on shoving out lanes, and you couldn't fight him even if you wanted to. Is this a similar type of game with the Terrorblade? How do you see this playing out? Like, is OG's plan eventually to do the same type of thing?
That's kind of hard to predict. I think it's a little too early. We're going to have to wait and see a little more of the laning phase. I think, like, this game is definitely a little better for Kinguin if that does happen. They have a lot more in terms of answers for that kind of playstyle. Bottom lane, though, they get the stun on Exotic Deer. Cold Feet not going to connect.
Yeah, won't proc. And Jarex will take a couple pot shots on his way back. But it's gonna. So you're saying like it really depends on how these mid-game team fights go then, as opposed to just you get a certain level of farm and the game is over.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the draft is a lot more even in terms of that. You know, there's no death ball shenanigans this time around. They're not exactly on a timer. They can definitely play their way back into the late game.
Man, No Tail knows. He's super prepared for this. I don't think that they had a ward there either.
He's pretty tanky as well. Power treads as well as the wand.
Well, meanwhile, Patos, they get a Sunder off, and okay, Sunder at 8. They get that pushback. Meanwhile, Boundless Strike. Hey, turn it around with the Reaper Scythe. Nisha going to die. Oh, he really wanted to get that proc for the Jingu. Was not going to happen.
All right, this is starting to look really bad in this mid lane. You know, Nisha had a huge lead, but I think he is definitely playing a little too greedily, and because of that, Notel is on route to just winning this lane altogether.
S4 takes down Alicia, and they're still chasing Jerax here. They want to kill him off. They popped the ulti from Troll, but it's not there. And K-Core trying to run down Jerax. He might actually be able to get this here. Slowed, but not slowed enough. And Monkey King coming in. They are rotating with the no points in Primal Spring. He's not going to be able to catch up to them.
He's trying to get the Boundless Strike. Jerax is baiting this. Watch, he's going to Carapace. Oh, he did it!
What?
I expected too much, maybe.
S4 is going to die for him, though. That's 8 stacks on K-Core. He died in so quickly. It was like a Dagon shot.
That was unfortunate. I think Jerax might have underestimated how far that Boundless Strike was, because he was definitely kind of toying with them, I feel.
Yeah. The big story for me so far is 89 CS on Resolution at sub 10 minutes. This guy is crazy farms.
Resolution is very, very talented as a carry.
Well, they want to punish.
He was able to like pretty much farm everything in the lane, not really worry about the Magnus, and then he farmed the side camp as well. So, but mid lane they're gonna go.
Yeah, they're doing this. Again. This is an easy RP right here. Fissure jump in RP onto 3. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of kills. Oh, do they get no tail though? They might not. Have they stuck around too far? S4 now starting to do the damage. Nisha's very low. He needs to get the hell out of here. And it looks like, yeah, they'll call it off there. It's just 2 support kills at the end of the day. Nisha does have Boundless Strike again very shortly, but they get the Reaper Sight. He showed up, stuck around too long, but maybe not. He's going to be able to still go down. No Tail finds the kill, and now he's got the regen. 10 stacks there of the Death Pulse regen, and he's still putting the hurt to Kinguin.
Oh no, Nisha, what's happened? Some very uncharacteristically made mistakes here.
Wow.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
Well, they deny the tower. Patos gonna need to do a lot this game on the Magnus, it looks like. While bottom lane, Fly and Jerax setting up to try and kill onto K-Core. And there's the Impale. The follow-up, the kill. Nisha shows up. He wants to find this kill on the Fly. Is going to be able to get him, but can he find any more? They've got control of him for the moment. They have another catch here in a second, but the damage is coming out. There's the Chain Frost. Not nearly enough, and Resolution is showing up in Metamorphosis. Alicia needs to get the hell out. He is super dead otherwise. And in fact, with the Flame Break, the Vision, they've got him. He's gone.
This is really hurting Kinguin. That Nisha has died 4 times despite that dominant laning phase.
God, Mask of Madness on Terrorblade as he chews through this tower. Yeah, they're doing it. I feel like OG definitely came in here into your favorites, and last game they might have even had like a draft win through the first 20 minutes of the game or so, but this game, with it being even, OG is showing they're really freaking good.
I mean, I think like OG are just better in terms of farming efficiency as well. Oh, S4, don't die to creeps.
Oh,
right,
run away.
Died to creeps. That actually scared me a bit.
He pulled me away. God damn it! All right,
it's okay. It was worth it. S4 almost died to creeps. Needed to see it.
No tail. He's gonna get out of there after the quick kill on Troll. So things really falling apart now for Kinguin. How do they right the ship here?
Oh wait, Lich?
Yeah, maybe getting out of there. No, he's dead. S4 finds that kill on a killing spree right now. 5, 2, and 2. So he got punished a little bit in lane, but he's making up for it now.
Yeah, that laning phase was not good for No Tail, but all of a sudden he's like 2,000 gold ahead. And while all of this is happening, Terrorblade has been unanswered for. They've been pretty much playing 4v5 this entire time. And
winning.
Yeah, and winning as well. That's,
now with the Atos,
issue.
they're probably going to Are they going to farm out the Ancients now, or just try and bait Resolution mid? They can just walk forward, actually. Oh, God. All right, is this going to work, Kinguin? They walk right into everybody. The Atos connects, though he doesn't have level 6 anyways. They jump forward. Can they kill him off? That's going to be no tail. He is actually going to live through this. Are you kidding me? What? And now I think they're all going to die. Maybe, possibly S4. Is he going to get out of there? He's a liver too. S4 does fall. But 3 are dead, and No Tail now slowing them down because that's the thing. Pato's going to die. Oh, wow. Oh, that hurts.
This poor Earthshaker isn't even level 6 yet. And I mean, you look at the supports. You have a Lich, on your team, and we all know how Lich works. You put him in the lane, he just outlevels the crap out of you because of sacrifice. It's always a very bad sign when the opposing team has 2 supports that outlevel your Lich, and JRX is almost level 10 as well. That's a very bad sign. And Resolution finally showing up for his first team fight. He's 0-5 now, still building up a gigantic lead for himself.
Yeah. I mean, the crazy thing about this, you talk about JRX's levels, he's actually higher level than S4 right now and almost has a Blink Dagger done. I don't know how they're going to really try and stop this. Kinguin is walking up. They will spot this giant stack here, and maybe there's an opportunity here to find a pickoff if somebody shows up, or just take out the stack themselves. This is pretty good.
Ooh, this is pretty good. Yeah,
that's about as good as he could have hoped for. Let's see. He was at about 5,200 when he started. He's going to end at around 6,000. But still, it's not super significant. And well, JRX is actually going to walk up here vendetta.
I think the rest of the team aren't going to be able to find them. Oh, he sees the whole team.
He sees everybody. He's like, hey guys, you want to do something about this?
Unfortunately, the rest of the team aren't going to be able to help him there, but they're going to cut him off. A lot of Atos on No Tail. They're going to find the Earthshaker.
Push him back. And they pull him in. And now Kinguin walking into hell. JRX, he's going to take down one right at the start. That's Magnus kept out of the fight. But can they do any more? No Tail is just walking at them and daring them to come and fight him. No Tail still taking damage. The Jade Frost is actually able to make it work. They get the bash from Troll. All right, Ice Blast is out, though. It's going to connect onto about 4 of them. S4 is going to be brought down as well. Patos looks to be living through this. He's not going to drop below the threshold. But they make it work. JRX also in trouble. No, okay, he does kill off the Magnus. And now Fly and JRX somehow going to be able to walk away from this. In fact, they might think about turning. They think the better of it. Probably the better call to just back out.
Oh, mid lane?
What?
Okay.
Oh.
He just walked up and, stunned him. All right.
That's his blink and 700 gold on top of it. And now Monkey King wants to chase, wants to kill. Resolution, full HP.
Not a good idea.
Yeah, that's not what you do. They might be able to catch the Nyx. JRX is probably in trouble here. They're going to echo for it.
Is it a good idea?
Oh, no! It's all falling apart again. They're going to end up dying. Exotic Deer turns, but to no avail. It's going to be another one. Oh, God. OG are just giving nothing to Kinguin.
And you have to remember, that engagement at the, near the Ancients, that was the 4v5 again. While all that was happening, Resolution just doing his own thing. He took a tier 2 during all of that, pushed out the bottom lane, and finishes to Sanjin Yasha.
Yeah. So he is 3,000 gold ahead of the next highest. He's got all of these items that are built for, fighting right now. Mask of Madness, Sanjin Yasha. He can do whatever he wants. He can show up to fights or he can push towers. And Nyx Assassin, meanwhile, scouting out this area with Necro close at hand. If somebody shows up here, they're going to die. And in fact, it might be the Courier that ends up going down. Or Alicia. Now they spot him. Fissure. Do they have any more? They just have sentries. He's going to blink out.
And once again, in OG fashion, just slowing things down, not going to make any mistakes with their enormous lead. Jack's trying to bait out a fissure, but grouping up. Gonna shrine. Do they have a smoke? Yeah, this is gonna be a.
They have a smoke on Radiant too, though, and it's going right now, and it breaks on No Tail. Unfortunate. Exotic Deer has Empower on him, but I think you really wanted to be able to find a big RP there from Patos. They're all up on the high ground. They're gonna smoke themselves.
Ooh, I like this.
They have vision though. They see him. They see Patos. They're gonna pull him back in. And now they don't have any way to answer this. It's going to be a Reaper Sight. Magnus out at the very beginning of the game. And now they've also been able to catch onto the Monkey King. Nisha is starting to fall. He's going to die. No more Wukong's command. No more RP.
Oh, but Troll, he sneaks it.
All right.
He does sneak it, at least.
Troll snuck the Roche. And that makes up for a good portion of this.
Well, it kind of depends. Let's see if he makes it out of here alive.
Yeah. S4, no more lasso. They slow them all down. Resolution does still have Sunder. Atos.
Atos.
Now they got a fissure there, trying to get him out. They've got the Reaper Sight if they want to chase it off the mark with the Impale, but they will take Alicia. So how big of a deal is that, taking that Roche?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't think it really amounts to too much. Troll himself is not that strong. You know, you have even if you have an Aegis on him, I don't think OG are gonna have any issues in killing him twice. And I think the overall damage output from OG is just so high in terms of single target as well as AoE that, I mean, the whole team is probably gonna die before the Aegis even goes down. And OG don't really care, because even if they decide to ignore the Troll Warlord, I don't think he's gonna be able to accomplish enough.
Well, S4 has found the Monkey King, and
oh, No Tail on the secret shot.
They got the kill. Maybe they can get one here. He is going to survive, I think. Maybe, possibly. No, he already used Ghost Shroud. He's actually dead. Okay, so they do take down the Necro. That is a ton of gold for them, but they did lose their Monkey King in the process, so, you know, nothing coming free here.
All right, that's a good step forward. You know, if you find these kind of kills, you're behind 12k. These kills are going to add up to quite a bit.
Akor in the mid lane is very close to his Blink Dagger, and if he could finish that off, that might be something else that allows him to... He is going to die. 20 gold from his Blink Dagger.
That has got to hurt.
Top tower is under attack.
Earthshaker hurting, everybody hurting. Levels wise, it's not the biggest deal because you are, you know, already past that point. Really, he just needs that blink. Feels like OG are just doing everything that they need to close this game out right now, with the exception of that Roche that got taken by Troll.
Wait, how come Troll doesn't have the Yasha? Oh, he moved it back in. Oh. He backpacked it for some reason. I'm not too sure why. They're grouping up again. I think OG are looking to take this last tower, and then from then on, we'll have to see if OG decide to just take the super safe route, not really move out until next Roshan, or they just brute force it.
Yeah. I mean, based upon their play recently, I would imagine that they would try and just take their time with it. It seems like the OG style. Make sure that you don't put yourself in a position to lose the game. Exotic Deer is walking forward, but again, Jerax scouting this all out. Now they've been able to find him. And with the opening coming out, S4 gets the initiation. The Impale, it's going to connect onto 2. They blow up Pato, so no RP again in this fight. And Wukong's command not hitting anybody, pretending to be a tango on the ground. The tower is down, and OG at least going to test for high ground with Magnus dead for 50. This is not a bad time to go for it. Wukong's command is down. They've caught one, and now the Impale goes through. They force tap to the other side. Exotic Deer is going to die. Aegis down. Magnus does have buyback, so with taking down the Aegis, OG gonna feel comfortable just retreating.
It was really unfortunate that Earthshaker didn't have Echo Slam there. I think that actually was a pretty decent opportunity to hit an Echo Slam there. It was like 3 seconds off from cooldown, and I mean, they do manage to hold for now, but
Radiant's
OG
top
continue to
tower
build
is
on the
under
lead.
attack.
Getting close to 16,000 net worth now in terms of the lead.
I'm like trying to think of the way that you win a fight right now for Kinguin. It does feel like it has to be everybody grouped together and then RP and Echo Slam. Which, I mean, it depends upon OG to make like a ton of mistakes, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how OG's games usually go. If they secure themselves a lead, you're just hoping that they make a mistake because they are just so patient.
Yeah. 24 minutes, 11 to 27, and 15,000 net worth, around 12,000 experience, and the first tier 1 tower taken by Kinguin.
Radiant's bottom
a good start.
tower is under attack.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's better than no tower, right?
I guess that's true.
And Resolution has finished his Scotty as well, so sitting on a very comfortable 2,600 life.
He's a big guy.
Radiant's
A big old guy.
is under attack.
Fly, he went for the 60 GPM talent, using it to get the nice collection of sentry wards he's gathered. Vision-wise for the Radiant, they don't see much at all. They have this sentry ward and observer ward down to try and catch Xerax as he's moving around, and he is going to walk inside of this in a second, but I feel like OG are almost baiting this out. S4 is sitting right behind him, and they're ready to turn it at a moment's notice. Does Patos go for the catch? The fissure is not going to be there, and instead S4, tempting fate, backing out.
This is such a difficult Magnus game. He has not had a chance to RP anything.
He got that one mid, but
yeah, and
outside of that,
ever since Xerax got the Blink Dagger as well as Bad Rider having Blink Force, he has not had a chance. He just gets caught out every single time. S4 is doing a great job.
Oh no! He wanted it. He really, really wanted it.
It's just walk it off.
Oh man, yeah, that's
you still
a tough
have an
one.
Echo to work with.
Oh man, I don't know though. Like, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a tough. This is gonna be a very, very hard hold. Resolution can send his illusions forward and just slowly hit away at the tower. Oh, it's so sad. Kinguin, they just want to hit people. They just want to fight, and they're not even given a chance. They pull back in the Troll Warlord, but the Fissure back, not bad. There's a be the Chain Frost as well as the Echo Slam. They don't have the damage though. They take down one, maybe gonna be able to take down two. They kill him off. Terrorblade is gone as well. Xerax, is he gonna be able to make this happen? They're gonna jump forward. They've caught him as well. Xerax is gonna fall. 3 dead, but it came at the cost of the Troll and the Magnus.
That's hardly a price to pay in the position that you're in.
Yeah.
Being able to kill off 3 heroes as well as including the Terrorblade. I mean, look at the Gold Swing. That was a 3,200 Gold Swing as well as about a 4,000 XP exchange.
Yeah.
If you can continuously do this, I mean, you're back in the game.
Bounty.
And hey, because they used it early, RP is going to be back off cooldown. It's the long con.
The long con. They did it without RP. That was it. The bait.
Yeah. They bait them into thinking that they can push high ground, and then they skewer into Echo.
I think that was actually the best part about that Echo, was that the Magnus actually set him up because he had his blink disabled. So that was a walk-up Echo. He didn't even blink Echo.
Yeah. Well, very long Roche respawn timer can only favor Kinguin here, as they will have all of their ultimates probably back off cooldown by that point, I think. Let's see. Yeah, definitely will. So they can come and take this fight.
Double damage here. Maybe they'll decide to put it to use.
Resolution can go pick that one up easy peasy. Does have 13 or plus 15 agi talent as well, as opposed to the movement speed. I don't know if we've seen that movement speed ever taken. K-Core. They do have vision of Jerax. This is going to be an illusion going into D-Ward. Ugh, it feels bad.
This is looking pretty scary though for OG all of a sudden. I mean, OG are still very far ahead, but like all of a sudden you're kind of threatened by this Kinguin team fight now. You know, there's a BKB on Monkey King, and Troll Warlord always going to be somewhat threatening to you simply because even without the greatest amount of farm, you do have Empower on your team. So empowered Monkey King, empowered Troll Warlord, it's kind of like they have a free battle fury.
Yeah.
So they do have to be careful of that.
And Monkey King with the Echo as well. So the double the cleave, double the fun. It's all good things.
They're gonna smoke out. Uh-oh. Are we gonna see a disaster here? They're gonna go for the long
walk around. And they know that Roche could be up soon-ish. They have
Jerax, the OG hero. He's gonna break smokes.
No, they're going to see Fly. And do they actually see him? I think they don't. They know that they're in here. And meanwhile, it's a smoke from OG, but they're coming from behind them. Jerax now might see them here as well. Again, walk away. Kinguin on the other side of the base. They need to be careful, though. Resolution's in a position to just push this tower down. Oh, no tail. That'd be a good pick off at the start of this fight. They just don't have any vision right now. They don't see anything.
It kind of goes for both sides, though. They're both making assumptions. Okay, now they kill off the courier, so they know that they're there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe killing off this courier actually isn't even the greatest idea. Right now, look at this. Uh-oh, Jerax, he's stopping TPs. They're gonna go for the rack.
Oh, God! He got 3 of them! He got all the TP! Wait, Monkey King still has one, but Jerax is gonna go down. They TP with Patos and Monkey King. That might be enough with just the 2 of them. So it ends up working out okay. And now Earthshaker coming back.
So much damage to this tower.
Yeah, they need to get something on the way out of this. Accidentally pop the shrine. Yeah, and they won't be able to. So OG set up over here. They don't have their Nyx. I would imagine that OG just backs out at this stage so they don't get caught out of position without their Nyx Assassin to interrupt the combo. And Resolution, is he going to be in trouble? They're walking forward, but he has got so much movement speed. They won't be able to get him.
He's got his Hurricane Pike as well now. I think he should definitely be working towards a... it's actually kind of hard to say. Maybe BKB isn't the best choice. Maybe it is. I think BKB Butterfly might be the best option.
It's CS4. If they wanted to, they could go for him. Meanwhile, Necro over here as well. Lots of vision right now for the Radiant. They see that Necro is separated from the rest of the team. No Tail trying to get to the high ground and get away. They will be able to make that escape. Meanwhile, the Dire Vision has complete and total sight of the Radiant team.
Okay, they know exactly what's happening. They're underneath the ward. Radiant see this.
Everybody sees everything. But now, do OG spot out the rest of them? They walk forward. K-Core, he's going to get caught. They've got the Blink Dagger broken on Patos for the moment. Vision for the Radiant is still here inside. They're going to be able to get the push away. AA Blast going out as well. Now S4 looking for that opening. Can he get it? He does still have his Blink Dagger available. The jump forward, he's caught into the Earthshaker. Now Jerax turns it back around. Nisha pops the BKB. Thought about the Wukong command, but he's not going to be able to get it. The stun is there onto 2. Chain Frost going out as well. No Tail is starting to fall. Exotic Deer, he's caught No Tail. Can they kill him off? They are going to be able to. The buyback from Batrider. But Kinguin already in a good position, holding onto that RP.
No Metamorphosis for 5 more seconds, too. This is looking rough. Very nice stun for Jerax.
RP, they got it onto 2, but it's not enough damage. They don't have the follow-up. They're not going to be able to get it. They blow up the Monkey King. They blow up the Troll Warlord, and Patos, left alone, is going to end up being in trouble. He ends up skewering them to the high ground, but they are 4 staffs abound. And now Lich also going to die as S4 runs him down. A full wipe. OG maintaining dominance in the pit.
That was a pretty funny final play from Patos, just cliffing the 2 of them. Obviously, they do have ways to get off, but nice little attempt at the very end. Resolution.
S4. He's going crazy here. 4 staff away. They don't get him. S4 is just bullying Patos inside his own base. Have a soul, my dude.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
All right, they're going in. It's going to be the first set of racks. Oh, they caught out the Earthshaker again.
Yeah, he's gone. And Nisha also going to be in trouble. God, the Scotty. Oh, man. And it's feeling like this might just be about the end. 19,000 net worth. And continuing to climb. They skewer back an illusion. The status of skewers and the status of Magnus's. As the Reaper Scythe comes out, they have a Chain Frost, but it's not really hitting the heroes that they wanted it to. Exotic Deer's BKB is not going to end up mattering either. Alicia goes for the Glimmer Cape, but going to be pushed back in by S4, and he is going to also fall. Only 2 heroes left. There are no buybacks online, as Kinguin are most likely going to lose everything here to the Resolution Terrorblade.
Still got that Aegis, still got that cheese. Yeah, it would seem so hard to play this.
Even takes the life away from Fly.
Oh, Fly's okay with that. He has that 30 health regen.
Hey!
He's got like heart regen going on. It's fine.
Well, another match. They just want to Echo Slam. That's all they want in this world. He gets it off. Maybe, possibly, is something. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Jerax finds the stun. And now they eat the cheese. And now they lose the game. Kinguin, nowhere left to go, as OG take everything from them.
This was the saddest game to play for Earthshaker and Magnus. Like, not once did OG give them a chance to initiate or counter-initiate. There was just no easy way to blink in there and hit an Echo or hitting an RP. I think this game we saw 2 RPs. And that was it. And the second one wasn't even able to convert any kills. This game was very, very rough for Kinguin.
I mean, it's kind of telling. Like, from around that 18-minute mark, they were always 10,000 net worth ahead. And now this is just the point where it starts to really fall off the deep end. And OG finish it off. But Kinguin gonna stick in it till the bitter end. They have great wave clear against Megas with, you know, the Empower and all of these melee heroes. But yeah, it's bad.
I mean, it's just Megas. We've seen teams come back from it, right? It's not that uncommon.
No, it's true. And if there's a team that could do it, it's certainly a ridiculous AoE teamfight lineup like Kinguin's.
No matter how small the chance, it's still a chance. Even if it's like winning the lottery type of chance to win this game.
Yeah. Well, the beginning of the ruination as OG walks down mid and takes out whatever buildings are left in their path. All right, Magnus, it's your time to shine. Force, Blink, RP.
Do they not have a smoke? I feel like they should really, like, smoke.
Oh, God. Look at Exotic here. Is just, like, killing himself here. The Reflection Illusion is so hard to contend with. And Nisha going to get caught before the Wukong command comes out. They got one. I don't think that's nearly enough. Resolution going to be the one that stands tall in all of this. The Reaper Sight comes out. No tail. Somehow, some way, going to live through it all yet again. 150 health regen by virtue of a couple kills, and GG is going to be called.
Great team fighting from OG showcase there. And, well, that was kind of the OG. Oh, look at that. Final sad fate.